I mean, I do think so. The ultimate goal of auditing, and I think this is a very good point for this little ideal. The ultimate goal of auditing is not to get rid of cops. It's to have a better police force to better serve the community.
That's what I'm thinking. That right there would be. You've done this work, but that would be the bridge to
So
put the work
I
together.
already have a Bridge the Gap program I've created for law enforcement to in our communities. And
Yeah.
I mean, I've shared this with, the sheriff and their attorney, talking about the case laws that we refer to and why they're important. Why, I mean, I hate to say it this way, but topics like why it's important for you to understand the rights you swore to uphold. Like, I'm not dogging on them because, again, I did the same thing. The difference between me and 90% of veterans and police officers is I corrected that, and I think it's a very necessary thing to do. But I'll say seeing them engaging the community is better than not, for sure. And again, with Clover, knowing those officers the way that I do on a personal level, we are very blessed because everybody doesn't have it the way we do.
Right.
On both sides of us right now, they're
Now, I used to get in a lot of trouble in Clover.
most likely to be disliked by the local police department right here.
I have. I've had some experiences back in.
I traveled out of town for my trouble.
Yeah,
I did. It's a really engaging community. You can really tell though. I mean, you don't talk about exponential growth. If there wasn't something very valuable there, they wouldn't have jumped literally 13 years ago is the very first time I can recall right at the start of YouTube, the very first auditor. For the next like 4 or 5 years, there were only 7 or 8 people doing it on all of YouTube. And that's not like, oh, you can't find them all. Like, no, there were no people doing this because of how dangerous it was, how uneducated the citizenry was on case law and blah, 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 blah. Bro, now you can find...
It's a fad, really.
It is
not a fad, but
it is a
I see it a
movement
lot. Yeah,
that is
movement.
growing.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, it's kind of interesting. All these nice cameras and stuff. I'm after I do my Band of Brothers series, and it'll be a while because I have a lot of interviews to go through with that.